I got my start with Infinity when I was, I'd say, in my junior year of high school, and I had always been an artist. Like, I love creating shit, and I just kind of felt like it was time for me to like make something that was mine and show it to people. But it really came from when I was in 8th grade. Like, a cousin of mine, this kid was like, he had cancer, and when he died when I was in 8th grade, like, I really wanted to, like, once it happened, I felt like there was something I had to do to like give back, like something in his honor. And there was always like, I never really knew what it was when I was like 14 when it happened. And the next year when I moved to New Jersey, I just kind of started finding out like who I was and what I wanted to do. And with the art, it became easier and easier for me to just express how I was feeling, like what I wanted to do. And like, you know, I was like growing up seeing like streetwear and stuff like that, and it really intrigued me. So I really felt like there was something I could do to pull the two together. But basically, when I was a junior, I took you know, a word, Infinity, and I ran with it. I just started designing, playing around with typography and graphic design in general. And then with that, I just like tied in everything that I knew and started making stickers, selling them for 50 cents. Sold a bunch of those, made buttons, sold those for like $1. Made a bunch of buttons, and then made t-shirts. And then after that, it was all like, everything just fell together, and people started to see like what I was doing, what the name was. But I don't think anybody really knew why I did it or what it was for. But to me, it's always been more than just like the clothing line. It's kind of like me, like making something bigger than myself for him, like, because I just felt like there was all like, he meant so much to me. So I was like, I gotta do something to, you know, he would like, something he would appreciate, like something that means more than myself. But on the tags of all my shirts, like, I have his dates in Roman numerals, and a lot of people don't know that, but that's probably the coolest part to me, that I have like people wearing a part of me that they don't even realize. Like, and I've sold hundreds of shirts, and like it's a powerful thing to me. Like, that's something I really it just like, it gets bigger and better. I just started working with this group called I'm Schmag. This kid that used to go to my school started going around the colleges and shooting, just filming college parties, and like he turned it into a whole new business, and like now he gets to travel around. And I, you know, linked up with the kid through the internet, and I started doing flyers for them, and it was really cool. Like, it was really exciting, like just knowing that like people all over the country were about to see my artwork, and like they might not think much, you know, like I know the kid that made that, but like it was fun, and people, you know, I'm sure they enjoy looking at it, and they get excited about, you know, the parties and stuff like that. So just to be a part of something bigger than what I'm doing already was like definitely mad cool. Like, I was really excited to do that, and just to be working with kids my age, like doing entrepreneurial things, it's like that's what I live for. Like, I love linking up with people that are doing something other than, you know, what everybody else is doing. I'd probably say like, I don't know, maybe white, because I don't know if that counts as a color, but just, I mean, like, I draw, so like seeing a clean white sheet of paper is like, that's crazy to me. Like, I can turn that into whatever I want it to do. So some people don't think that's a color, or the absence of color, or whatever, but like that's, for me, that's probably one of my favorites. Like, I can make white equals like blank nothingness to create anything out of, for me. So that's what that does. There's this restaurant here in town called Trattoria, and they make these like crazy specialty slices. And I'd say like the barbecue slice is probably the best. It's got like cheddar cheese, bacon, barbecue sauce, chicken, and it's the best thing I've had in a long time. I eat it all the time, spend all my money there. I don't think people know that like my middle name is kind of weird. Like my middle name is Chen, which is Chinese, and whenever I tell people, they never believe me, but that's real. Like my parents really named me that. So my initials are ACE. People just kind of think it's a joke, and I used to tell them it was other like weird things like Casper and Chester and shit, but like it's Chen. Like that's real. Like I'm really a black kid with a Chinese middle name. One talent I wish I really had, and I'm trying to get better at this, is writing. I wish I was a good writer. Like, it's just, for me, it's just like another way to like articulate my thoughts and like explain what I'm trying to say. And when I see people that are good writers like do it beautifully, it just makes me jealous, because like I'm just not there yet. And I'm sure I will be one day, but like in the meantime, I try, but I just stick to drawing. But it's definitely a talent. I wouldn't call it anything less than that. It might be along the lines of flying or like telekinesis. Like telekinesis that seems crazy. Just being able to move stuff with your thoughts. Like it almost feels like you could do it if you tried hard enough. But I don't know about that. But yeah, it'd either be flying or telekinesis. One thing that people always ask me that just has nothing to do with me, like not nothing to do with me, but just like isn't something I do, is do you play basketball? Like you see a tall black kid and you're like, oh, like, and you know, if you take it so far as to approach me and ask me like, how are you doing or whatever, like, oh, you're a nice kid, like, so do you play basketball? Like, no, I don't play basketball. I go to art school, I have a clothing line, like, if anything, I skateboard more than I play basketball. Like, I'm not that good at it. I'm just tall.